I set myself the challenge to run 50k with no training. This should be fun.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. It's about 7 a.m. Been up for about an hour and a half already. Apologies about my room. A bit messy. Yeah, slept okay. And just getting ready now, really. But anyway, let me go get my coffee. And here we are. Got my drinks with me. I'm ready to go. Hey. So yeah, wish me luck, people. Here we go. Okay, people, here we go. Wish me luck. This is me at the start of a 50k ultramarathon attempt. 1k done, gonna get sticky. So yeah, first k down. Video might look a bit weird because potentially having 2 or 3 different people filming some stuff, so apologies for that. But yeah, here we go. 10k done. And it's been, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it's been so far. My stomach hasn't felt great. My anxiety, not just today, for the last week has been through the roof. Maybe it's this, maybe it's other things that I don't want to talk about. If anyone's done a run before, where they've got blisters on their feet, cramp, they feel sick, they might be sick, I would rather all of those things than have anxiety. And people who don't know about anxiety, that gives you an idea. Lord doth push the light onto me. Well, I'm going to put my hat on now.
0, 1. Let's get started. Why is stopping me?
Quite nice being filmed now. I feel like a celebrity. My 15 subscribers. Thank you to each and every one of you.
Jamie, 27 kilometers in, how does it feel?
Like I said, it's comical because I'm so tired already. I'm in a lot of pain. I've started walking a bit more, but it's more just because I want to talk to people. I don't think I need to walk yet. So it's funny because I'm this tired and I've still got the same to do again. And this is where they talk about unlocking your demons, getting into your head and just locking in. From the little bit of information I got about ultra running, it's okay to walk. I'm not going to walk too much though because I still feel good in my legs. My legs do feel good even though I'm like got blisters and stuff forming. But as I said earlier, I walk for the purpose of having water, food or something on the way because I'm struggling to run and drink or run and eat.
Jamie, next question. What's keeping you motivated at this stage?
I don't want to be a failure. And being a failure is like not great. Unless I'm injured, I can't physically do anymore, I'm going to carry on. And then, yeah, when you got to admit, when you're being filmed, a couple of people watching you saying, you know, it makes you think, oh, that's your kind of determination. Just get through it.
Last question before you start running again. What's your last words of motivation for people watching today who are inspired to start a journey?
So that's cliche though. Just start. That's the only thing. It's just literally just cliche. Start running. Start exercising. Start off slow and build yourself up. Don't run before you can walk. And yeah, your first goal, if it's running, it should be a couch to 5k, for example. With my lovely parents in the background. Everything. Oh, you just enjoy your lunch. Oh, I'll keep plodding along.
All right, see you in the next lap.
Yeah. I'm not the one really to go for motivation. I think what I'm doing should be motivating enough. I'm hoping. If you really want to get motivated, just find somebody who's doing ridiculous stuff. Mine was David Goggins. Now it's get somebody who's on social media who's doing amazingly well, who you like. And that person is going to get you off your ass and just get started. Enough talking now. So if I keep talking, I'm not going to finish this. Pain is temporary, innit?
Yeah.
It doesn't last very long, so. Bless you. Toilet roll. I don't know what I'm getting emotional for.
Pathetic.
Or,
You're achieving something.
I can't breathe when I do it.
Jamie, why are you feeling emotional, brother?
I know. I've been feeling emotional for about a week. And I haven't been able to run or get out of my system, so. And I've just done more than I've ever done before. 21 miles.
I'll have a hug.
I've got 10 to go.
You're doing it. You're going to be here.
You got this, brother.
10k to go.
10k to go.
I get knocked down, and I get up again. Go, Jamie. You run it. Right, you gonna run?
Hey! 2 days after the event, and just sort of a breakdown of how I'm feeling, how it went and everything else. Just to give you an idea of how little I trained for this, I'm just going to pop up on the screen either here, somewhere, as I talk, literally every single run that I did leading up to the run. And this is not in any way to brag, it's just to be completely transparent of how little amount of training I did. So I wouldn't really call that training. This was a mental challenge more than a physical one. Yeah, I think the mental challenge of just running around a track to keep going, even though it was quite boring, was tough. The week of, as I've said many times and constantly bitched and moaned about, didn't have a good week leading up to it. Full of anxiety, stresses, digestive problems. You've got to say to yourself that nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing ever is perfect. And on the day of a big event, something's going to go wrong. It's just how do you manage the stress of that happening and keep going? You just got to say to yourself that that's just life. Everyone has different methods of dealing with those stressful situations and still getting over the hump. So I just remind myself that there's people starving in the world. If all I've got to do is just get over a stomachache issue or anxiety issues, I can. And I did. 2 days from the event and I feel okay. I genuinely feel like I could run again tomorrow or the next day.
Ooh, you're hard showing off.
That's just an honest representation of how I'm really feeling right now. I thought I was going to be out for weeks, barely able to walk, but that struggle kind of ended yesterday. Did all my stretching afterwards and stuff, so maybe looking back on it, it was tough. Don't get me wrong, there was a couple of times where I was just done. Down your phone it's saying 30k and you're like, oh, I've still got 20 more to go and you can barely run. And then you get to the last 10k and you're kind of slowly waddling. But that's where the grit, the determination and the drive just come into play. And I just stayed locked in. And I just reminded myself, you become a failure from this and you don't achieve it, it's going to bug you. That's me talking to me. It's going to like haunt me. Like if I was to do, let's say I did 42k, which is a marathon, which I've never done before, which would be amazing. All I would have been thinking afterwards is, it was only 8 more k. I say only, it's still like 4 or 5 miles. I was still like, I would just been beating myself up about it and then had to go out and do it again. I said to myself, unless I'm injured as I said to you earlier in the video, or I'm being sick, something's going terribly wrong, I'm not stopping. When you set yourself a challenge, be safe, but push. And I mean really push. Push through the mental barriers, the physical barriers, until the point of you generally feel like you can't physically do it. Like if you have to crawl, if you hit the wall, if you're blistered up, you feel like you've got a stress fracture, something's going really wrong, then you stop. Okay, because it's all well and good trying to be a hero and trying to get through it and show that you're tough, but you don't also want to be in bed with a stress fracture or a broken foot because you've run too hard and you haven't listened to your body telling you to stop. Luckily, I didn't have any of those issues, and like I said, I believe that is down to my consistent weight training that I've been doing for years in the gym, keeping my joints, ligaments, muscles strong. But yeah, less than 0.07% of people have ever ran an ultra, and I just did it with literally no training. So I'm only going to do this once, but look at me now. Yeah, I know. This is the one time where like I've earned the right to be that arrogant guy because of what I've just done. Legendary stuff. I just don't feel that way right now, and I can't shift it. It was tough, and I also went into it knowing and psyching myself up for it to be horrible. Like my friend said to me, I don't think you quite understand how hard this is going to be, and I didn't think I did, but I set myself up to be like crawling at the finish line, being sick, struggling. So because none of those things happened, I'm now like, oh, it wasn't that tough. But also living in the pain. Mum was like, how are you feeling? I feel bad. I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm enjoying this pain. I've earned this pain. And that's how I look at it. You know, don't look at it as a negative thing. You earn it. When you go out and you do your hard workouts, you go and do some ultra running or a marathon and you're in pain, just sit and enjoy it for a second. Like, enjoy it. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but just embrace the pain. You earn it, and smile, because you've got to tell yourself that hardly anyone else is doing these things. You purposely have put yourself through adversity, through pain, and you achieve something great. Enjoy that pain. That's my little corny bit at the end there. I am somebody who sets goals, cops out, uses excuses. A bit of a failure, I'll be honest. Recently, that mentality is just not something I want to carry on living with. I said to myself in January that can't happen again. That can't be me moving forward. So yeah, Jamie sets himself a goal within 3 months of little to no training to run an ultra, and it's been done. Smashed it. Thank you to everyone for watching, if you're still watching up until this point. Thank you for everyone who filmed, came to support. I love you all. I appreciate you all. To my lovely 15 subscribers, thank you. And yeah, until next time, have a blessed day. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, we out.